corner. Double team, dangerous pass, intercepted by Scott. Now the Lions have numbers. Alipiev lobs it for Scott, throws it down!
5 on the shot clock. Scott looked at the other end to see it. Now he takes a difficult step back.
Distance since that last time out, and they lead the Lions now 29-28. Jordan Bell to a cutting Scott. Eli down the lane.
Scott, kind of a Swiss Army knife for this team. He'll play down low, he'll come up top. Takes the basket for the slam.
Eli Scott. That's a deep two. Tough shot from Eli.
They find their spot.
Scott with the steal. And the finish.
He's 4-2. Edwards. The outlet to Eli Scott.
Chance. Largest lead of the game for the #1 team in the country. Here's Scott. He'll play a little point forward. Goes to work on the freshman.
He's back.
Boy, he has an unbelievable history. 29 years as a head coach. He's never been an assistant coach. Really nice.
Up the far side of the floor. Around the back on the dribble. Fakes the around the back. Lost it. And the Lions have numbers on the outlet. Eli Scott. Runway to the rim. And
Pepe tracks it down to the basket. And the follow from Eli Scott.
Continue to point it out, but he's also not going to wear them out where they become tone deaf on Coach View.
Step back jumper good by Scott. Eli Scott with the rock. Tries to back down Weathers. Pocket pass. Dortch lays it in.
Gets his defender in the air, the popcorn popper, and gets that little one bounce pull up.
Oh, great spin move on the basketball.
Turnover and stop the ball. Seward gets a hand in.
March 2nd, the end of last season against Santa Clara. It's Eli Scott on the right elbow. Couple jab steps, faces fire.
Reset the offense.
So they'll play right here. That's a mismatch size-wise for sure. Nice pass up behind.
A 6. Here's Scott against Watson. Moves inside and with the left hand scores it out the window. Kick to the corner again. Ball's got to get rid of it here. Back to Scott. He'll take the 3 and we'll bury it.
Bill Scott out of foul trouble. It's a club that can give you all kinds of problems. Beautiful pass.
What a feed on the global game of basketball. Some top players have gone on to play down in that league, and wow, what a move by.
Do anything out of the ordinary for what he does well. Find open areas, hands and feet ready, knock it down.
49%.
Now has 8. And fourth we go. Eli Scott trying to get the Lions back the lead, and he does.
Bell a career high, 25 in the loss to Dons last Saturday as Eli Scott lines up a 3.
Going away from the ball also.
Here's Pepe. Eli Scott fires a pass.
What a pass.
Terrific pass to rebounds for Scott with his 17 points. Eli Scott into the key.
Front court on the right wing, kicks it up top, pass intercepted by Eli Scott in a foot race, 1-on-1 to the rim, and look out below, a two-handed.
Especially in the open court, he's got one thing in mind. He's trying to get it all the way to the basket.
Well, so does Eli Scott.
He's only 17, so he's one off of what had been his season high or career high before that 30-point game.
1-on-3, Martin to the rim, blocked at the rim. Jordan Bell was there. Now the Lions look to push. Eli Scott, 1-on-1 against Roddy, lays it in, counted in a foul.
2-3 matchup zone of LMU gave them fits all night defensively.
Nick Jackson has entered the lineup. Carter Murphy. Eli Scott clears for LMU. Picks it up himself. European moves down low. Weathers 3 is short. They were down 15-3 against Indiana State on the first night of this tournament. Eli Scott bumping, scoring!
Comes away with it. Batty creates some space and gets blocked to right. And a foul.
Off to Diavante Williams behind the arc. Over to Eli Scott on the left wing. Spinning in the lane against 2 defenders. Muscles it up on the floor here against the Lions. He missed the second free throw, goes 1 for 2. The Lions look to push off the miss. Eli Scott, Euro step to the rim.
Back to the bucket. Throws to a cutting Johansson. Puts up the reverse. Scott makes the catch at the free throw line. Drives inside, beats Adebayo. Puts it up and was...
Pepe. 76-61, 1:11 remaining as the Outlet over to Eli Scott. Euro step to the rim and able to for Bell. Still 15 on the shot clock. Bell tosses left wing for Alipiev into Eli Scott. In the left block, attacks the rim, and there it is. Jawar will work around a screen from Scott. Gives to Bell. Left wing to Scott. He'll fire up the left wing three ball.
Scott working on Fotu. How about that? That was a big. There's Scott with a spin move and a score. That's just power.
Because not only do they sell out here, Scott steps through with a left-hand hook. It's like they're number 4 big.
They have a freshman sitting out that's not eligible due to NCAA transition. They want to get to the half court and really grind you out, put the ball in Scott's hands and let him make plays.
They let him make a play there.
Block the shot, but then it pops right out to a great shooter.
9-0 run for the Cougars, on top by 7. Eli Scott might have gotten away with it.
Tyler, who had a tremendous career at BYU, is a phenomenal scorer, and his father, Marty,
in the summer and played, and Pepe played against him. When he was in it, yeah, he's from Australia, he played against them.
Can get a bucket. Not that time. Turn it over.
Scott's tough with the ball here.
Eli Scott with the finish.
And you know,
here's Scott to the rim, draws the contact, puts it into the foul.
Here's Eli Scott. Powering his way in reverse. The rebound falls to Diovante Williams for LMU. Nice pass to Williams, cutting, and Diovante.
Both teams starting to garner a flow in this second half. Eli Scott crossing over on his defender to the rim. Left-hand scoop play. Three-pointer of the ball game. First of this second half. And now Eli Scott comes away with the steal. 1-on-2. Jonathan Dos Anjos from going out of bounds by Alipiev. And now comes back up top to Scott. 10 on the shot clock as Scott and Johansson play catch. Back to Eli Scott. Pivoting in the middle of the lane. Spinning. He'll bounce it over right wing for Nekic. Now Johansson bouncing left corner to Scott. Finds Nekic cutting down the middle of the lane. Wing and now up top straight away for Dos Anjos. Bounces to Eli Scott on the left elbow. Lob under for Nekic, who lays it in.
With 18 in their loss to Colorado State. Air Force with 19 in their loss at Jordan Barnes now 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Remember, he hit over 100 three-point shots last year. But I love when he goes to the basket that way.
Pepe pitches it over to Scott for 3. Bingo!
Change my free throw. Focus. Another turnover. Eli Scott. Oh, what a tough shot he made.
Since he's been here at Colorado, it's been about defense and rebounding, and they're straight up man here to start the second half, and Eli Scott goes right by the LMU offense.
And there's a turnover on the first possession of the second half. Eli Scott finishes again
now without fouling. They're up and into it now. Good energy, but don't put him on the foul line.
Seward commits the foul.
Rack just put his head down, got a 3-run to the rim.
Now he has 10 points. Eli Scott puts his head down.
State pushes off the miss. Ivy Smith Jr. poked away from behind by Scott. He gets it now with a long outlet. Beautiful bounce pass to Alipiev for the Lions, who continue to lead by 12 as they look to work in the front court. Eli Scott, beautiful feed for Nekic. Holds and now bounces left wing for Eli Scott. Backing down on Terry and Randolph. Spins along the baseline, gets to the other second half of play. The Lions evade some pressure. Eli Scott attacking the rim, double clutching and finishing. 5 to play. Eli Scott going to bounce into Alipiev. Nice catch on the pass, and Fairview keeps knocking at the door. Alipiev, left corner for Eli Scott. Finds the cutting Alipiev on the give and go. Scott with it behind the arc. Looking to work around a Bell screen. Down a 3. Crossover dribble with 2. Spinning in the lane with 1. Flips it up and gets it to fall as he LMU with 15 offensive rebounds in the ball game. Eli Scott against Devon Clare. Goes to the reverse layup across the lane.
Pass for a 3 is inside outside so the shooter can step in and get into rhythm.
Pepe 4 of 6. He's getting other guys involved. One of the conference assist leaders. And he backs it in. There's his first shot of the game and gets it to go down in the lane for the Lions.
Yeah, there's been some contact they've let go, and as long as it's for both teams, that's the way it's supposed to be. Nice
pass. Scott to
that pace way up and get their game up over 80 as the shot clock is down inside 5, and a 3 by LMU that goes down. Shot clock to 10 and a nice feed inside. The layup is good.
Malcolm Porter, who had that quick foul, he's might have turned an ankle. He looks like he's frustrated on the bench as Bell gets a feet way too much for the Lions as they look to shore that up out of the timeout. Eli Scott to the back, cutting George for a new career high for the Lions. Portland 0 of 3 to start this second half, and the Lions 0 of 2. Eli Scott, what a dime inside for Jordan Bell. A little pick and roll. Johansson slings back near side for Eli Scott. Crossing over, stepping back, 18-foot bank shot from straight away. 10, game clock at 45 seconds. Johansson inside for Eli Scott to the back, cutting Williams for the reverse. It's good.
He's going to have moving forward.
Romar took over a program that won only 6 games. He won 16 last year. And Eli Scott,
to a Texas A&M transfer. Scott wins the battle for the ball. Got to get it up. Bowls his way in and scores.
Kispert could.
Deofonte Williams, the freshman from Memphis, now at the point guard spot for LMU.
Heath Mountain has not quit this year under Coach Mike Dunlap.
Measures a turnover, 17 tonight against BYU as Eli Scott pulls up. And now he has
Sisomo Jawara goes flying. Not sure what happened there, but back on his feet, no foul calls. Scott guarded by Mitchell. Just moved down the
4-3. We're not going to get a very good shot. So let's get Eli Scott the ball, set some screens, and let him create. Take it right at Bediako.
Go back to George in the high post, then back to Scott. He's going to pull up. He's going to bury that shot. Here's Scott. Takes it to the rim, drawing the contact, puts it in on the foul. Eli Scott
played a game here last night.
I think so. In my view, the Dons have not even practiced on this brand new floor. And it looks, by the way, tremendous. And a nice start. Eli.
Shot clock at 7. Jordan Bell with it. Back out to Eli Scott. Wow. 3